I feel like you've taken kind of more of a leadership role in this room, just being one of the lone veterans, kind of coming back with the years you put in now.
Yeah, we got a lot of young guys last year who are, they got that experience under them. So just being able to try to help them also become leaders now that they're experienced, like letting them know that they're not just young guys now, that they're experienced in helping these new freshmen, and just trying to keep that chain rolling so that once us older guys are gone, they can do the same job.
What does that process look like of getting these now sophomores to be more vocal and take those steps as leaders?
Yeah, I mean, when you're a freshman, you're not really used to it. You come in, you got a lot of older guys and things, but when you play, you kind of have to be more vocal. You have that experience. You need to help even older guys. If you're a younger guy but you have something to say, you can't be afraid to say it, especially. So that's the biggest thing probably for those guys is they're not used to it because they were freshmen last year, but they're catching on and being more vocal now.
Feels like everybody's made gains physically from this offseason. What are some that you have, or how you with your game too, where you feel like you've taken it since last year?
Yeah, well, physically I'm up about 10 pounds from what I played at last season. I PR'd on almost every lift in the weight room, and then on the field, I can feel that extra 10 pounds. Just physically, whether it's blocking a DB or just being physical at the top of the route, things like that. That extra 10 pounds and all that things helps with the physicality also. So.
How have you seen the rhythm improve in like the short to intermediate passing game? Not just the quarterbacks, but the wide receivers, maybe knowing more where to go.
Yeah. I mean, we're trying to get to a point as a receiving core. I feel like we have where we know our job just like the back of our hand. And then also this offseason, it's been a point of emphasis for us to have chemistry with the quarterback. So we've been working on a lot of those short intermediate game, and I think our chemistry's there because we practice it so much in the offseason.
Alex, you played more reps at receiver last year than anybody on the team by a pretty wide margin. If it's more balanced this year in the way that you distribute reps because there's more depth on the team, how do you feel like that can impact you and your stamina through the season and also the group as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, once you get to, the end of the season, week 8 through 12 or whatever it is, your body starts to feel it when you're playing that many reps. So with the receiving core as deep as we have, it's going to be huge because you're going to be able to be 100% every snap, and every week your body's not going to be as beat down just because, we got other guys on the team that can take a load off you reps-wise. So it's big in terms of that with how many receivers we have.
Kind of to that same point, I mean, about how much you played last year, maybe what's this camp competition maybe been like, coming off a year where you did play a bunch and then having to fight for a role?
Yeah, I think that's a huge thing in our room. There's so much competition that you can just see little parts of everyone's game just going from here to here, from last year to this year, just because, you got a ton of dudes in that room, and that every day at practice you got to bring your A game to be able to compete for those spots and stuff. So I think each receiver is just pushing the other one just to be at the top of their game, really.
I think we've talked about this in the spring, but are you taking extra notice of going through things with John, for a final?
Yeah, I mean, last year I thought it was the last one, but when he decided to come back, that was huge. So now I know for sure this is our last one, his last year. So just cherishing those moments, because I know this is probably the last time we'll play together.
A scrimmage on Saturday. What do you want to see from the offense? What are kind of some of your big picture goals for the offense?
Just those explosive plays, connecting with those quarterbacks, and then also just knowing our alignment, assignment, just the little things, details, no pre-snap penalties, all those type of things. Just little things that we need to correct always before game one, because you don't want game one to be the first time you go out there and experience those things. So just those little details, of all those procedures and all that type of stuff.
Anything else for Alex?
Thank you.